Shalom uvracha from Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. We are privileged to study together in Pirkei Avot, chapter 3, Mishnah 1, Perek Gimel Mishnah Aleph. This is part 2. Last week, we spent the entire session discussing certain aspects of the life of the very great teacher that we're learning about. His name is Akavya ben Mahalalel, who lived, according to many opinions, the time of Hillel and Shammai. And I tried to give some level of introduction to the greatness of this Tana. Tonight, instead of speaking about Akavya ben Mahalalel, I hope we'll get to the actual teaching and analyze the Mishnah. Chapter 3, Mishnah 1, Part 2. Akavya ben Mahalalel Omer. Akavya ben Mahalalel says, not said, but says, according to certain traditions, I mean, it could be it's a style of writing, it could be it's a style of speaking, but we believe, Omer, I mean, he's still saying it. It is as relevant today as at the time that he said it, a very, very long time ago, and the 2,000-year gap between his teaching and us studying it today makes little difference in terms of the quality of the teaching. If anything, it's more relevant, maybe even today. And there is another tradition that when one quotes teachings in the name of an individual who left this world, the rabbis speak about something called siftotav dovivot bakever. The lips of that individual start moving in the grave. It's as if he's still saying it. Is this something literal? If we went and took a picture in graves and we left cameras there, I'm not sure that we would see lips moving. But even if one doesn't understand it literally, which is the way I believe many people understand it, it means you're keeping this person alive. Akavya ben Mahalalel is ever so alive with us as we study these teachings. And his suggestion is that if we keep 3 major ideas in mind, this will keep us away from many, many forms of prohibited activities, prohibited attitudes, prohibited lifestyles, prohibited transgressions, and violations which will cause us distance from God. He puts it in a synoptic form. Just keep in mind these 3 ideas. Histakal בשלושה דברים. שלושה דברים. 3 ideas. Histakal means carefully look into it. There's a difference in Hebrew, not only when it speaks about certain things, lo lehistakel. It doesn't mean to look. It means probably like to stare, to look at something very deeply. So histakel means carefully analyze, look deeply, consider carefully the three teachings that he's going to share with us. Reflect upon these ideas. Reflect upon these shlosha devarim, these 3 things. Ve'ein ata ba lidei avira, and you will be protected from sin. Now, obviously, it's not as easy. Okay, so just do how many people in history, how many people in world history? The Gemara points to, a very, 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 very small number of people that never sinned. So if it was so easy, just take the teachings about Akavya ben Mahalalel. I guess it means, it'll protect you against many levels of sin, or against becoming a sinner, as opposed to a person who violates a certain sin. Kohelet spoke about the fact that there is no one on earth, there is no tzaddik ba'aretz, asher ya'aseh tov v'lo yachata. Everyone falls, everyone errs, everyone makes mistakes, and everyone is involved in some kind of improper activity. So I think it has to be carefully explained. I hope my point is clear. It doesn't just mean, okay, now I am protected from sin because I'm keeping in mind, me'ayin bati la'anani holech lefnei mi'ani atili tein din v'cheshbon. It has to be understood, but I believe in a relative level of understanding, not in an absolute one. These three meditations, claim Akavya ben Mahalalel, will often help a person avoid certain types of temptation, certain types of arrogance, certain types of pursuits, which may be very, very detrimental to his or her being. And what are they? Da me'ayin bata. Consider, from where does a person come from? Consider your initial stages of being. Me'ayin bata. We'll soon come to this, but let's say here's a person who's very, very arrogant. Very, very arrogant. Maybe one of the meditations that could help a person distance himself from arrogance or haughtiness or unnecessary demonstration of power over other people. A lot of people use their positions, God forbid, to hurt people, to damage people, to belittle people, God forbid. And maybe me'ayin bata. Da me'ayin bata. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? Do you think you always were you think you always was this almighty being that's sitting in the office with 1,000 workers, in one office, besides all the many tens of thousands in all your other offices? Who are you? Me'ayin bata. Me'ayin bata. From where do you come? You remember your humble background. You remember who you are. And even if that doesn't help, do you know where you're going? There were many great people before you in this world. Where are they now? Where are they today? Why aren't they sinning and putting, unnecessary pressure upon everyone else? Why aren't they hurting people? Because they're powerless now. Because they're lying in some cemetery, motionless. Oh, so you're not going to be enduring forever. Does that help you perhaps? It's all temporary. There's a temporary stay here. And whatever position you're in, it's not going to be forever. The rabbis speak about wealth, for instance. We bless all the wealthy individuals. We bless all the poor individuals. There's a wheel. It turns. It's like galgal hachozer ba'olam. Let's say, thank God, you're on top now, and you're a multi-trillionaire, right? And when you meet someone who's brokenhearted and homeless, you speak in a disparaging fashion because you own all the property on the planet, right? La nata holech. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you headed? Where are you headed? You're headed la'an nata holech. Sometimes I've felt that it's good for an individual to remember certain aspects of his earlier life, as Akavya ben Mahalal teaches us. Nobody's born great, nobody's born powerful, and no one made it to the top without making many mistakes.